Guys, name brand keyboards are in trouble because today we're going to show you much better options.
You don't have to buy the name brands anymore, and honestly, we recommend you stay away from them because there's so many good options on the market right now, and we're going to show you all of them today and round them up and show you our favorites after a word from today's sponsor.
Of the hundreds and hundreds of videos we film every year, there's one thing that we rely on most, and that's our footage. But what happens if your precious SD card with all that important footage corrupts? Now, normally, there's nothing you can do in this situation, but today's video sponsor, Wondershare Recover It, saves you from data and file loss in scenarios just like this. Wondershare's Recover comes in handy in all kinds of really bad scenarios. With its all-in-one data recovery, Wondershare Recover It supports over 2,000 storage devices and 1,000 file formats. Of those storage devices, the latest version of Recover It supports upgraded storage recovery from external devices, as well as a new optimized user experience, allowing Recover It to save you from system crashes, formatting issues, file corruptions quickly and easily. Its enhanced photo and video recovery can help you recover lost photos, videos, and get you files back that you thought were gone for forever. And it brings these files back in their complete original format too. For us here at Toasty Bros, this software has been a game changer, especially when we accidentally delete files we're not supposed to delete or we have an SD card go corrupt. Recover is super simple and easy to download now. Just give it a download, select the drive you want to recover from, and then Wondershare's Recover It software will show you all the files you can safely recover. Choose which ones you want to recover, hit the recover button, and then the software will work its magic. And just like that, you have your lost files back. You can download and try Recover It today by using our links in the description down below. So big thanks to Wondershare Recover It for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it.
So here we have 5 keyboards that range from $50 to $67. So these are all under 70 bucks, and let me tell you, they have some insane features that you will not find in those name brands.
Now, obviously at this price point, we're looking for really well-built keyboards that sound really good and perform very well. Now, these aren't Hall effect keyboards because again, that's a whole nother price tier, but considering we're getting really well-built keyboards, and you guys will be very happy to hear how these things sound, you're gonna be very excited to see which one will be the best keyboard for you. So which one are we gonna start with?
I think we start off with what's on top, which is the Yunzii V75 Pro.
How much was this bad boy?
So the Yunzii V75 Pro Wireless, we ended up paying $55.01 for, and this comes with the Coca Cream V2 switches, which I did not get a single clicky switch in this roundup, I don't believe. I purposely went out of my way to find keyboards that seem like they should just be really good for the price.
And Yunzii is one we've seen a lot in these roundups. A really awesome build quality, has really nice sounding key switches when you're typing on it. And yeah, this one, it looks no exception. This kind of has like a, what is this, like different a gray, green, and kind of off-white color scheme. Looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Yes, and purposely, we did include, this should be a 75%, but we also have a full size, we have some 60%, so a little bit of everything in this roundup. In the box, it looks like we get some extra keycaps, so if you want to change the green out to red, opposites, cool. And I think every single one of these keyboards will be a detachable Type-C as well.
This one's wireless as well. It does come with the Bluetooth adapter, so it's really cool to see wireless keyboards at this price range, especially now the mechanical keyboards are able to do that much easier. So first impression, build quality, it's definitely plastic. I mean, it's not super like metal heavy duty keyboard, but I mean, for the price, not really expected to be honest. We got a nice little dial right here. On the bottom, we have 2 flip out feet, which are height adjustable, anti-slip pads. And let's go ahead and get a quick impression real quick. Ooh, that's kind of like a, it has that thok, but it's kind of high pitched, you know? It kind of has like a kind of little, it has a little, but no, it feels pretty good. That's what you're gonna hear a lot of these keyboards is when we do the typing test. They're gonna sound really good. And this should have RGB lighting if it's charged.
I think every single one should be RGB, but I don't know that 110%. It could also be dead.
You know what, we got a laptop. We're gonna plug it up to do our typing test. Yeah. But we'll go ahead and plug it up and see if the RGB is working. But I mean, honestly, this is a very clean looking keyboard. So realistically, if you just want longevity with your battery life, you don't even need to have RGB on. Oh, here comes the backlight, I see it. Oh, RGB.
Yeah, full RGB. Yeah, I think, if I remember right, every single one of these should be like 16.7 million color.
Beautiful. Do you know if Yunzii does software?
Yeah, I think all these keyboards will have software, which we're not really gonna get into, honestly. Because most of the time you can change these cheaper keyboards from the keyboard without having to get the software, unlike some of those name brands like Razer.
Yes, having to download software is not fun. So normally you could probably just change with like function. The manual will tell you. You could just change the RGB backlight into whatever you want so you don't have to download it.
So we got shortcuts here, brightness up and down.
Function end. I see change backlight color.
Function end.
So function end.
Yeah, see that's the very nice part about these keyboards. Not only are they cheaper, but they're better built, they sound better, they look better, they're overall better quality, and you don't need softwares.
They mow better. Well, let's do a typing test real quick and give you all our impressions and then move on to the next one.
All right, guys, so that was a good typing test. We don't have anything else to compare so far, so I think we know what place this one belongs in.
Number 1. Let's move on to the next keyboard. So this right here is the Redragon UCal Pro, which more specifically on Amazon is listed as the Redragon K673 mechanical keyboard.
And so this one's 75%. It's hot swap, and this one just has red switches. So I think, I was saying this off camera, I think this one will be the least overwhelming of all of them, but it's from a more known brand, Redragon.
Yeah, Redragon's one that's been around since we've been doing this YouTube channel, and they've slowly made better keyboards. They're known for having like the most popular cheap keyboard on Amazon with that like membrane keyboard that sells like crazy. So I'll be interested to see how this keyboard stacks up. I'm already liking the whole gasket mounting thing, which has kind of become a trend on these budget keyboards. So I hope this one stands the test of time if I can actually open it up. So packaging looks like it's very straightforward. We got a USB-C. Angled, which is pretty cool. Looks like we got more of those switches, which again is hot swappable. And that's pretty much it. We got a keycap puller. Got more instructions. Is this a advertisement for, no, these are stickers, Redragon stickers. So shout out for stickers.
Yeah, I can actually see what the exact switch type is because they just listed as red, but I don't know the brand. So they're a box switch and they're Redragon brand.
Yep, they're probably just a rebranded switch, so we'll never know their true origins. As you see right here, this is a nice looking keyboard. It honestly feels incredibly similar to the one we just unboxed. Like in terms of the build and everything, build quality very similar. The frame, is this not the same keyboard, like frame-wise?
I feel like it's fairly different. The side's definitely different.
Sides are different.
This one's wireless as well. We have Bluetooth and 2.4.
Okay, so then on the bottom we have similar layout here. So we have 2 flip-out feet. We also have the non-slip pads. On the back here, we don't have anything here, so
that's why we get the angled connector.
The angled connector. This is where your Bluetooth adapter hides, or your 2.4 actually. And then on the other side, you have a USB-C that's angled, and you can change your profile here. Let's see if this will turn on. Oh, it will on 2.4. So you get the RGB. We were looking for the keycap name. It was kind of hard to tell, but we are pretty confident. These are double shot keycaps. Let's go ahead and just pull this off real quick. I'll do this the right way.
Yeah, this one we're actually really getting some light shining through here.
Yeah, this feels more gamer. The other ones, they'll be great for gaming, don't get me wrong, but yeah, this one you can kind of tell. You see how it's like...
Oh, yeah, I can see what you're saying. So two different pieces,
It's 2 pieces. So like there's the clear piece right there and then the other one. So that is a double shot. And just on initial impression, I'm just going to say they're PVT. I'm not going to say, don't quote me on that, but they're at least double shot keycaps. But this looks pretty good. You got the knob right here. We'll see if it's obvious on how to change backlight. I'm assuming we do function. That changes the direction.
Function M? Is there an M anywhere?
Maybe.
Brightness.
That doesn't change the mode, just change the speed. So function, no M.
Function enter?
Did you try?
Oh, here, right here. There it is. So yeah, there's just different RGB modes, it looks like. Oh, nope, then we get to static colors. There's a bunch of modes. So once again, no need for software, maybe? I don't know if you can get static colors.
You probably can. It's probably just like mode's gonna change between the different types of RGB, and then once you find however you change it to static.
So yeah, with that red switch, just first impressions, it's better than I thought it would be. I think that gasket mount design is definitely helping it. It's one of those things where it feels like a budget gaming keyboard. It doesn't like scream like, oh, this is like a beautiful keyboard to type on, but it feels good. I like it.
I gotta say, with the whole gasket mount deal, it's a much quieter red switch than I'm used to, so it's actually not that bad. Like the other keyboard, I think has a much nicer sound, but the other one's a lot louder for it being a linear switch. This one's just kind of quiet linear switches.
What price difference are we looking at here?
$4.
$4. So,
which Redragon, a little more name brand.
Yeah, a little more name brand. If you want to go Redragon, it's a good option. We'll do our typing test though, and then come to the conclusion. But yeah, this one seems very gaming forward. And if you're a gamer and you want something that's super fast and looks really cool, very RGB, this one might be a good option for you.
All right, so we're back from the typing test, and Matt and I are kind of in unison that this is gonna be second just because those red switches are They're OG. I mean, they're cool. Back in the day, we were like, oh, reds all the way, you know, linears, but now there's so many really nice linears like those cream switches that it puts the OG red switches in second place.
Yeah, not too bad so far, but I think this one could hold second place depending on what else we see. As a pure gaming keyboard, really good option so far, but it's gonna sit in second right now. Next up, we have the Royal Kludge, or the RK R65 mechanical keyboard.
And this one's the smallest one yet. 60%, we got hot swap, and we're using cream switches this time at 51 bucks, so kind of in between the other two.
So yeah, that's a good price point for sure, and we're not sure if this is wireless or not, which could be a point off if it's something you do care about. But we'll go ahead and take this keyboard out here real quick and see what we're working with. But one thing to mention, and as we were looking on Amazon, these keyboards and a lot of the other ones we even looked at come in a wide range of different color schemes. So whatever you're looking for your setup, be sure to look on Amazon, use the links down below. You'll find an option that makes sense for you. So what else we got in there? We got USB-C.
USB-C.
Once again, the same trend where we get some of our switches. What is that?
Oh, that's like a pick. I wonder if, does the shell come off of this one?
Does the top shell come off?
I think based on this here, it's probably so you can take the top plate off, which normally they're like magnetic, so it's a little different, but okay. Oh, and then they gave us some cream switches.
I thought this was like a wet wipe. I was like, why is there a wet wipe? This is anti-mold.
Yeah, these are RK brand, so Royal Kludge brand, so they're just called cream switches.
I like this like key switch profile. Is this like
really large?
Does this have a certain name to it? I've seen this like rounded.
I'm sure someone in the comment section will know, but yeah, it's a sleek design. It is not wireless, by the way.
Okay, so it is wired, which isn't the end of the world. I mean, a lot of people still run wired keyboards, so we're just kind of slowly getting to that point where we're switching to all wireless. But initial impressions, it's so smooth. It sounds so good. This knob is good. I like that the knob is just kind of universal in all these keyboards. It is much smaller, obviously,
but it still has arrow keys, which is really cool.
But it still has arrow keys. That's what I like to see. Normally when you get full 60%, you lose those arrow keys. I like having the arrow keys.
Yeah, really, you're only losing actually the function row, and then you still have page
you still got page up, page on, delete.
So you're really only losing the function row, which honestly,
which isn't that big of a deal. Let's see, this one is wired, so we're gonna need our laptop for this one, but I'm curious to see what the RGB lighting looks like, see if we can easily change it without using software. Once again, with these keyboards, the less software we need on our PC, the better. Nice RGB. It doesn't really shine through the keycaps very well, so that's gonna be limiting your RGB, again, compared to that Redragon one that shines through really nicely, but it looks pretty good. I'm gonna see function delete, function page up, function page down. No.
Like enter shift maybe?
Mode switching function backslash. That's one right there. There we go. Ah, ooh.
Smooth RGB.
I think this with like an orange would look, or this mode actually looks sick.
Oh, it's like fire.
Yeah, it's
that would match my setup so well.
That looks pretty good. I like this color scheme. I like the lighting. The lighting's super easy to control, and the sound is just really good for the price. For me, personally, I don't care that it's not wireless, to be honest. I mean, for a setup to maximize the cleanliness, obviously wireless is great, but eventually you're gonna have to charge that thing, and most of the times people just keep USB-Cs ready to go to charge it anyways, so might as well just keep it plugged up. But going over all the frame of the keyboard, on the back side, we do have the non-slip pads once again, and the 2-mode flip-out feet, so very similar to the other keyboards. And build quality overall is just kind of, it's just plastic. All these are pretty plasticky, but it is sturdy, and based on the sound of the typing that we're getting, I don't think it's really being impacted too much by being an all plastic keyboard. So let's go into our typing test and then come to the conclusion about this keyboard.
All right, guys, so we really are liking this keyboard. We actually have one of these in the office in another room that one of our guys uses, but I think we're gonna have to go with a 1B kind of deal or second place because of the non-wireless functionality. We know some of you guys really care about it, so it would be first if it was wireless, but we're gonna have to go like a 1B kind of deal here.
But for the price, it's really cool. If you look back at some of our previous roundups from like 2020 and 2021 at this price point, I would love to see what that keyboard was like at the $50 price point, because it was not even close to this. Next up, we have the Aula F99, which is our first full-size mechanical keyboard.
Yeah, so we got full size, hot swap once again, and this one is interesting. We have the Leobog Greywood V3 switches, which I saw this keyboard came with a few options. I looked up some typing tests and people really loved this switch type.
And this keyboard in general was probably one of the ones that really sparked the really big improvements to the budget keyboard space. I know this brand was like one that really stood out. So we're gonna go and open this up and see if this one has a chance to be one of our favorites. So we have this quick little quick start guide, which is always nice, so we can figure out the RGB really quickly. I'll take off this plastic cap. I'm seeing a lot of the use of the plastic cap. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, we don't have any keycaps falling off in shipment.
It's like slippery, it's like slipping out and stuff. But here's our keyboard. So we went to a very neutral color scheme.
This is cool. This is like some IBM vibes. You know, we got like a off-white backplate. Yeah, everything's just kind of like a gray, white, and black kind of color scheme.
And those Broad from Atlanta switches.
The Leobog. So these are a box switch. They're literally Leobog. So that is the brand.
Leobog. Never heard of Leobog, so first time trying those. They sound smooth.
Yeah,
they sound
really
smooth. We got a keycap puller, and we also have a USB-C cable, which matches the color scheme of that. Ooh. It does have like an old look to it, though. It's kind of interesting.
I gotta say, this one, well, it's just a bigger keyboard, but it does feel a lot heavier than all the other ones, which for some people, good selling point. Same deal where we got the dual flip-out feet, we got the non-slick pads, and oh yeah, if you guys didn't see this, wireless. Let's go and see, do we have a charge?
We do.
Aula. And yeah, do we have the quick start guide so we can go ahead and see some RGB?
And oh, I wonder why this is red. I guess.
Oh, that's the RGB/power indicator.
So it's about to die. So it's running on low charge.
So for lighting, we're looking at function plus backslash again, I think.
Yeah, so you got a bunch of different options here.
And let's see if we have a brightness, if we can go any brighter. For brightness,
function arrow up.
Function arrow sideways, I think. Oh wait, sorry, try going up.
Oh yeah,
I was reading that wrong. I think it's the brightest it'll go.
Max brightness, which is fine. Again, not much shine through to the keycaps. Really, the only one that's done that very well is the Redragon one. The rest kind of just bleed the lighting around, which is fine. And I think with these keyboards that focus more on like really awesome keycap designs, I think just a solid backlight that just bleeds through slightly is acceptable. So you can just see at night.
I like that.
Sounds
nice.
That's nice. Creamy, baby. That is creamy right there. But yeah, build quality it's on par with all the other ones. And as Jackson mentioned, just because it's full size, it's going to feel a little heavier, so it can't really give it that much of an advantage. But I think it's time for our typing test, because so far all the features stand up. It is more pricey, and it depends on what price it is at the time of filming this video for you guys if it's worth it. But so far, it's built really well and sounds really good. All right, guys, so we've decided that this is going to be our third place keyboard. It kind of gets right in between the Redragon and the RK because, well, it just sounds awesome. It is full size, which for us isn't really a preference, but if you're looking for a full size keyboard, which you guys do ask a lot on these videos for full size keyboards, and one that sounds really good while being a little more expensive, this one is a really, really good option. Third place, move on to the last one. Next up, we have a collab, guys. We have the Epomaker Aula collab with the F75 75% keyboard.
So this one, once again, 75%. It's also hot swap, just like all the other keyboards. And this one has the ice vein switches, but this does come in at 66 bucks, which is just like the last keyboard. So it is more expensive than all the others.
Ice in my vein, blood in my eyes. All right, let's go and open this thing up, guys. So as you can see right here, same kind of quick start setup, very straightforward. This color scheme,
Overwatch.
It's looking pretty great. It is, it just screams Overwatch. So go ahead and open it up. Ooh. I like it. I like the navy.
It's actually very Halloween.
Very Halloween-ish.
It's giving Halloween vibes.
I will say the last three keyboards, they've had the same setup in box, where it's another USB-C, more switches, which these switches are kind of cool. You got the gray with the blue. They look like ice. And then a keycap puller.
All right, in this one, like we said, it is wireless, Type-C, Bluetooth, and we have the dongle right here in the back. We get the flip-out feet that are 2 height. We have the same type of anti-skid pads. And I gotta say, just looks-wise, I think this is one of my favorites so far.
So I'm wondering where the Aula part starts and where the Epomaker part starts, because it feels very...
Check it.
There it is. They do the adapter there. So both of these companies, again, are really popular in this space right now. And that'd be bumping.
Those are nice. And let me, do you have those switches? I wanted to verify. I think are those from Ice Vein or... No, they're Leobog. So they're actually Leobog brand.
Okay, so that's why we like them. So this is pretty good. Let's see. Spacebar.
So I'll turn that on for you too. See if
we got some RGB.
Ooh, actually fairly bright for it being a dark keyboard.
Honestly, this is kind of the same setup. We have the LED right here that shows you activity, and also it's set to white on default. So that's where the Aula collab comes in.
These instructions look the exact same.
I think they are the same exact instructions.
So same deal, if you remember, Matt, to change RGB, where
function this.
Yep. Ooh, I got some. Yeah, this one's definitely good.
Am I noticing something? So that's cool. And then brightness should be max.
This one's like really bright for it being such a dark keyboard.
It's really bright. I think some of the colors of the keycaps really make it pop too. And honestly, a darker keyboard is going to make it look pretty solid as well. So yeah, this one looking like a contender. Same deal though. It is a little bit pricier than the other ones we've looked at, but it is in a form factor that a lot of people really like. We got 75%. But we do our typing tests, come to a final determination, but this one is definitely a competitor.
Guys, the news is in. We got a new first place keyboard, so we're loving this one. It has good RGB, good build quality. It's kind of the form factor that we like at 75%. And on top of that, I think these ice vein switches, basically Leobog, we've been sleeping on a little bit.
Yeah, this one's definitely first place. Doesn't mean any of the other ones aren't great, but this one is definitely our favorite so far. And now that we've gone through this entire roundup, let's bring all the keyboards back here, go over our first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place, and talk about where you can buy these keyboards today.
All right, guys, the results are in. We got first place going all the way to last place. So we got the Epomaker Aula F75 in first place, and then the Redragon UCal Pro in last place. But it's pretty cool to see when we do a roundup where the last place and the first place aren't majorly different.
And as always, this is all our opinion on unboxing it and what our preferences are. But if you saw a keyboard in this video, maybe it's the Redragon, or maybe it is the collab from Epomaker and Aula, and you really love this keyboard, you can buy one today by using the link in the description down below. It's an affiliate link and it will help us out. Let us know which gaming keyboards you like, and if there's any we missed for any future keyboard roundups, let us know in the comments down below.
And let us know down below if you're rocking one of those name brand keyboards like Razer or Corsair. Are you going to be switching to one of these soon? And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Now, all these keyboards right here featured in this video will be for sale at PCBros.tech for a good price. You just got to come in person and buy one today.
PCBros.tech, you can buy gaming PCs online ready to go over at PCBros.tech, or come to our local shop. We have an actual shop you can walk in and buy peripherals, merch, and a bunch of other stuff. Use code ToastyBros on checkout to save 3% of your next purchase. Say hi to Jake for us. See you guys later. Goodbye.